right, folks, if you are anything like me, Christmas shopping basically turns into a big excuse to buy some movies for yourself and then just pretend they were gifts that happened to arrive early. And look, to be honest, 2025 has been absolutely stacked with 4K releases, boutique label restorations, limited editions, steelbooks, collector sets, all that stuff that came out this year just is kind of been overwhelming. So today we're gonna do the ultimate Christmas movie lovers gift guide. And yes, every single thing in this video is something I personally own, have bought, use, and can vouch for. No sponsored nonsense here, no random Amazon filler, just pure cinema joy for the collectors, the cult movie freaks, the horror fans, the physical media diehards, and everyone who loves all those people who are looking for the great gifts to get them. So if you want to find the best gifts for the movie fan in your life, or the best ones to grab for yourself to stuff your own stocking, I got them for you right here. Let's get into it. Pop that tape in. I got you. Let's go do this. All right, so we're going to kick this thing off with some picks from Arrow Video. If you don't know who Arrow Video is, they are a big boutique label, film restorer. They do great work, great packaging. If you are buying for yourself, you probably know who they are. If you are looking for something to get your dad, your husband, your wife, your kid, whoever this the big film fan, Arrow is one of the best. And we're going to start with one thing that I don't have in my possession yet, but that I bought, I pre-ordered, and you can too. I'm going to put the Amazon links for everything in the description down here so you can go and find them. And I have to highly recommend the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4K box set. I pre-ordered it. It's still up for pre-order. It comes out before Christmas, and it is peak 90s nostalgia. Animatronics, rubber suits, pizza, late night New York City grit and grime. The restoration is going to be top notch because Arrow does great work. I am sure it's going to be great. The box set packaging looks like something that just came out. It's got the beautiful original poster on it, depending which art you select. But the one on Amazon is going to take you back in the day. Perfect gift for millennial nostalgic addicts, late Gen Xers who grew up on the tail end of the Ninja Turtles, retro collectors, 90s kids, all that stuff. You got to have some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. High recommend. The next recommend from Arrow Video is going to be one that just came out, and it is smoking. It is the Mask 4K limited edition set. This is Jim Carrey, full rubber face, supercharged power, a glorious colored transfer here. The neon colors explode off the screen. The packaging feels like a comic book. It just looks like the VHS cover art, but better. This perfect gift for comedy fans, 90s blockbuster movie lovers, anyone who quotes Jim Carrey movies and just wants to have a good time. The Mask is a solid recommend. Now, a couple more from Arrow, including a little John Carpenter that just came out, In the Mouth of Madness. Now, this is cosmic horror. This is like Stephen King meets Lovecraft meets metafiction, and the new transfer is crisp, baby. The 4K here is beautiful. We're going to knock your socks off on an OLED if you see it. Don't worry, I'm going to have some prime, like the Holy Triumvirate, to build your home theater with. Those recommendations will come at the end. This one is worth, look at that slipcover. That's worth it alone. You're going to get the movie, poster, all kinds of stuff inside. So if you're giving this as a gift, it's a home run for horror nerds, John Carpenter completionists, people who actually say, you ever read Sutter Kane? Unironically, this is it right here. In the Mouth of Madness, a solid recommend. And then if you're looking for something a little bit less, these run usually $30 to $40 like this in these sets. But if you want something that's just as cool but just a little cheaper, I highly recommend for the 80s action crowd in your life, get it out of this here, Cobra with Stallone. This is sneakily one of the best 4K restorations that Arrow Video has done this year, maybe top 10 ever. So this is peak 80s action crowd, Canon film, Stallone energy, the sunglasses, the car, the big lead sled that he's driving, the one-liners, everything looks incredible. The montages, the streets at night, gritty, neon-soaked aesthetic, perfect for dadcore action fans, those 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s action fans, the people who still wish that those action movies were made just like that today. Cobra captures it all. Check it out. He's the disease. This is the cure right here. Great gift. Cobra 4K from Arrow. And then the last one from Arrow is a sneaky one. A Blu-ray from 2024 that is a love letter to people who are into things that are on this list. Like, this is it. This encapsulates it all for them. It is The Last Video Store. A love letter to all these 80s, 90s B movies that most of the people you're shopping for on this list grew up with and love. The late night rental vibes, neon aisles, VHS junkie culture, horror movie fandom, action B-movie fandom. Nobody's talking about this movie, but every single collector and 70s, 80s, 90s movie fan should own this. It is the perfect gift for people who miss Blockbuster night, and before that when they had the little TV turning the channels and the antenna nights on Friday and Saturday nights, the VHS generation. This is the perfect gift for all of it. It brings that all back to life. The Last Video Store, a high recommend. A great gift this Christmas. Trust me on that one. I stake my reputation as a filmmaker, a film fan, and a collector on it. You will not be disappointed. Now, it is time for a little film school under the Christmas tree, because we are going to some Criterion Collection picks here. And don't forget, these Criterion Collection picks are 50% off through the Barnes & Noble sale. A lot is matched with Amazon. I'll put the links down here. And that runs through like the first week of December. So it's perfect time to convert your friends and family to cinephiles. This is the time to turn them over to Criterion collectors. And I have some that are going to do the trick on your gift list here, starting with my favorite Cronenberg film, the 4K beautiful transfer of Videodrome. Body horror, meta addiction, tech prophecy. It looks disturbingly good on 4K here. This is James Woods at his best. Long live the new flesh. Cronenberg fans, this is a perfect gift for them. Perfect gift for sci-fi fans, the little bit more weirdo sci-fi fans, and people who like movies that feel like a cursed transmission that's pulling you in. That is Videodrome, and you do not want to miss it. A nice little gateway into the Criterion collection. Big recommend. Now, staying with the Criterion collection is one that converted me all the way. Blue Velvet started it, but Mulholland Drive on 4K converted me the rest of the way to a David Lynch fan. This is one of the best gateway films to introduce someone not only to Criterion, but to David Lynch and his surrealist dream logic that he has, because this one's very relatable. It's about a starlet going to Hollywood to be in pictures, very Sunset Boulevard here, but it turns into a nightmare. So you have stuff that's relatable. You see Hollywood and an actress trying to make it, but then you get this nightmare horror, dream logic noir that David Lynch pulls. So it is a perfect gift for cinephiles that you want to turn into full-blown film obsessive film school wannabes, all that kind of stuff. This is a film that you must have a great gift to put under the tree. Mulholland Drive, a big recommend. And one more from Criterion, because we got to have a little fun and a little drama. You got to have some John Hughes and the 4K of The Breakfast Club. Now, this is the most recent release. It's only been out a couple of weeks, and it is not just nostalgia. It is one of the best restorations that Criterion has put out, because I have been waiting on it. So I have wanted to see this in 4K, and it is not disappointing here. This is one that I have picked up for a gift, so it remains unopened. This is what you will see right here with the 4K. Make sure you get the 4K. I'll put the link below. This is perfect nostalgia. It's a great gift for anyone who grew up on 80s movies, high school movies. This is Gen X in a movie right here. I feel very connected to it. The Breakfast Club, can't miss. A great gift, one that everybody recognizes, and it's in the Criterion collection. So it's going to make you look like a great, smart gift giver if you grab this one, even if it's for yourself. All right, and then there are some big studio 4K sets out there. This is kind of like your blockbuster shelf candy, and there is a big place for it. And we are going to start out, I got a few right here. We're going to start out with the big one that's just released and was actually given to me as a gift, and that is the Dark Knight trilogy on steelbook. This is a big steelbook set. You can see I have not even opened it yet. Nolan IMAX reference level transfers, the transfers that came over. It's going to look insane on a 4K TV, particularly in OLED. This is something collectors are going to want in on right here. The Dark Knight trilogy, you can't miss. You know, even if you kind of know someone's a film fan, you know they're going to appreciate these. So that is a very, very high recommend. Put that on your gift giving list right there. And then there is for the fantasy fans. Listen, I just got this year. This is the Lord of the Rings 4K trilogy with the regular version of the movie, the theatrical and the extended versions, both on 4K. This is an absolute essential for any film fan. The 4K alone makes this a showpiece. This is a great series of films right here. This 3 particularly, the original trilogy, and they look next level in 4K. If you know anyone who is a Lord of the Rings fan, this is a must own. It is a great deal on Amazon right now for the holidays. I'll put the links down below. You can't go wrong with Lord of the Rings. And speaking of things you can't go wrong with, I mean, come on. How about Back to the Future trilogy on 4K? Now, you don't get this beautiful box set. I got this from somewhere else, and I can put the link down below where you can get something like this to put them in. But that doesn't matter, because you're after the movies, and there is a great deal on a 3-pack of the original trilogy on 4K, and these things are reference level. This is, if you don't have this is something, these are foundational movies to keep in your collection for any collector that you can't go wrong with. So if you're buying for someone and you don't know for sure what they might have, what they might like, you're not going to go wrong with things like Back to the Future, Lord of the Rings, the Dark Knight trilogy, or Indiana Jones. I mean, come on, you're never going to go wrong with Indiana Jones on 4K. You might as well get them all. I'll put the links down in case you need to get them individually or whatever, but the 4K transfers on Indiana Jones are incredible. Just some of the best films of all time. Again, these are things you cannot miss with if you put them on a list. Indiana Jones, Back to the Future, Dark Knight trilogy, Lord of the Rings, big iconic blockbuster packages that are perfect gifts for Christmas. And listen, there is one that everybody should own. Collector, general fan, casual movie watcher, whatever. That is John Carpenter's The Thing on 4K. Snow-drenched paranoia, the best practical effects ever put on film, and a reference quality 4K that is one of the best ever made. If someone you know loves films or even just kind of likes movies and they don't own this one, fix that immediately. This is a must own. I'll put the link. It's probably only going to be around $10. This is a great gift to pick up for someone right here, loaded with extra features. You cannot go wrong with this. That is the one that everyone must own. And another one that kind of fits into that category, but it has a special edition that just came out. It is Stephen King and Stanley Kubrick's The Shining, the Film Vault edition right here. And this thing is incredible. You want something that kind of keeps giving, you know, kind of like those Arrow box sets. This kicks it up a notch for any film fan. Look at that artwork. The other artwork slides off. You got a big box here that you can open. It looks like the script inside. And inside this thing, you have a book full of extra features, pictures, writings, you know, informational booklets, and of course, you have a 4K steelbook of the movie itself with a Blu-ray backup copy. This is incredible artwork, very cool, just a very awesome one-stop shop gift that is going to wow someone if they are into movies at all. And it is a showpiece to sit on your desk, your shelf, wherever. You slide it back in here. I promise it does slide back in here. It slides back in there. I don't want to bend it, but there you go. I had to throw that in, and that takes care of the movies, but you need something to watch them on, right? And this is where I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to give you the three pieces, the holy triumvirate, if you will, of putting together a solid high-end home theater system to start off. And I have the 65-inch LG OLED C4 TV. I highly recommend this TV. OLED TVs, if you've only had, LED TVs, OLED 4K televisions will change the way you watch movies. They will change the experience completely. The best cinematic black levels, perfect for darkroom viewing, movies, all that kind of stuff. And they're going to be on great prices this holiday season. I have one myself right there. And the other thing I have right there to play these beautiful movies on is the Panasonic UB820 4K Blu-ray player. Elite disc playback. It has the chip in it, the same kind of sensor chip and the cinema chip that they use in high-end projectors that puts out all the colors that you need. High quality output, supports all major formats. Just a nice piece of equipment to watch them on. And then I'm not going to get into speakers because speakers get very heated with people. They're very brand. I go with Klipsch myself. You can't go wrong putting together what you want. But if you need a piece to hook this all together, your audio video receiver, I believe that the Onkyo's, the NR6100 AVR is what I have over here. So I'm only going to recommend that one because I don't own the next step up. But the next one that I'm going to buy is the Onkyo RZ50, which is a step up in price as well, but that's the next one I'm going to get. But this one, the NR61, is going to do everything you need for the perfect Dolby Atmos, lossless audio. If you want to feel like a theater, this is the way. I have it hooked up right there to my Atmos system with my Klipsch speakers and the LG TV that I just mentioned and that Panasonic player. So I am not telling you anything I don't use. Otherwise, I would recommend the Onkyo RZ50, but I don't have that one. So I'm going to have it, but I'm not going to recommend you something that I don't use because nobody sponsors me to tell you. I'm just telling you these are great gifts, great places to start. if you're trying to build this for yourself, if you want some ideas for other people. I don't normally do videos like this, but a lot of people ask me about this kind of stuff. And I know, like, my mom, my wife, people who want to buy me stuff, they're asking, like, what should I get you? You know, movies you buy a lot for yourself. These are things that you can't go wrong with, right? So these are like foundational things, and I highly recommend them. And I hope you enjoy this. I hope you get something out of it. I can put stuff down in the list too, like, some people ask me, they see my watch flying around here. It's not movies, so I didn't want to talk about it. I can put it down there. It's kind of everyday carry stuff, but really this is for the ultimate movie fan or someone who is kind of into movies and wants to take the next step into physical media with much higher quality and stuff than you're going to get on streaming. And I wanted to give you a good place to start, and I think this is it. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have fun Christmas shopping. I hope you have great Thanksgiving and Christmas holidays and all that. We got all kinds of Christmas nostalgia, Christmas movie lists, all kinds of things, recommendations on the channel, and I hope you'll be here with me for all of it this whole season. And until next time, be kind, rewind like always. This is Chase with AV Pop Culture, and I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye. Make sure you like and subscribe. See you later. I know.